Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Sunday morning. And with us today is the former Speaker, Kevin McCarthy. But I always call him Speaker because to me, he'll always be the Speaker. And Kevin, so many things are going on in our country. And I just wanted to get... Look, I always respected your opinion. A lot of people respect your opinion. The pulse of the situation, what the heck is going on?
Well, I will tell you, as we look what's going around the world and others, here's the Democrats with a world not as safe as we all would like it, still shutting the Department of Homeland funding down. We've got Olympics coming in a couple of years. We got the World Cup. And they're just playing politics with the worst extent that I can see, not caring about the American people. Congress and Senate is out. Why it's the longest shutdown, thanks to the Democrats. And then we've got the situation, hopefully we'll be able to get to an agreement in Iran on, we've got at the table. I think it was smart not allowing them to have a nuclear weapon. We've got to make sure that we get that uranium and they don't control the strait. The younger generation will be safer for it. We did it without putting troops on the ground. I think that was smart. And then we're looking at the elections coming up. But I think the Republicans are going to have to work harder if they want to keep the majority in the House.
No, I agree with you on that. And it seems, well, we had a good win. Where was it last week in, was it Georgia?
Georgia. Marjorie Taylor Greene's old district. It was a good win, and he's a good candidate. He'll make a good member. And you can't misread into these special elections, because special elections, it's usually, look, Democrats think they have some victory and they lost. If you lose, you lose in that basis. But we're going to have much more competitive seats than seats in Georgia, in New York and California. And you watch what the Democrats have done with this redistricting. What Gavin Newsom did in California, I believe, is unconstitutional, shows he doesn't care about the voice of the American people, definitely not his own voters in California. When they put into the Constitution to have a bipartisan commission, he went in and just played politics because he wants to run for president.
In California especially, things are a mess over there. I just don't understand it. With Illinois, in Illinois, things are a mess over there. Have these people taken too much COVID medicine? I don't understand what's going on with these Democrats.
Well, it just shows what Democrat policies will get you. High homelessness, high taxes, high inflation, high gas prices, and this is their policy. When you look at why people are moving to Florida, to Tennessee, and you look at those states that are run, and Texas, run by Republican policies and Republican ideas, there's low debt, the low gas prices, a lot of opportunity for jobs. They're speaking with their feet, and it really goes to show. And you'll see when the next census and we have the next redistricting, which states will grow in numbers and which ones are going to lose. And it really comes down to the policies of freedom and opportunity.
Understood. It's just I can't believe this is going on in our country, and it just maybe I'm getting too old, and I remember the days where Democrats and Republicans argued all the time, but they loved America more than arguing with each other.
There's one part that we kind of have lost in this country. There's nothing wrong with having an opinion. There's nothing wrong with debating an opinion, arguing about an opinion. What's wrong is when you stop respecting the other person's opinion. And it really seems that we have come that way. And that's not helpful for the country. We're going to celebrate 250th anniversary the longest republic and democracy in the world, and we really are a beacon for the rest of the world. We really understand that the greatest strength of America is the idea of America. And when you respect someone else's opinion, it does show the rest of the world how you should govern and how much freedom it brings.
Agreed. And common sense has to come back to America. Maybe it's going to take a big loss for the Democrats to come back to common sense and get rid of the Democratic Socialist Party. It looks like they're almost taking over the Democratic Party. I mean, what year was it that they lost 49 states?
Well, that was 1984, and the only state they won was Minnesota. Their nominee was from Minnesota, Mondale, and they only lost it by the Republicans. Reagan only lost it by a few thousand votes. Think about that. Hawaii, New York, Illinois. They were voting because they saw the great contrast from the Democratic policies of Carter. And those policies have come back with Joe Biden. And we watched President Trump win the popular vote again, win all the swing states. And that was really coming down to the policies of having a secure border, economics, and making the world and America a safer place.
Mr. Speaker, thank you so much for coming on this Sunday morning. And by the way, it happens to be Greek Easter, so I'm celebrating, but I'm working. And thank you. Thank you for everything you've done and continue to do for our country.
Thank you.